Hello and welcome to Alex's View Scope. Welcome. And you know what? Today's video we're going to talk about Will Smith and Chris Rock. We're also going to talk about just movies in general in Hollywood. Uh, when I say that we're going to talk about movies, we're going to talk about movies that came out maybe 20 years ago, maybe 25 years ago. Um, we'll save that for the end. Oh, yeah, we'll save that for the end. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, yes, it's been 1 week since the Oscars, and I had no idea that the Oscars were even on. Actually, I don't follow that. I'm I didn't know they were on, and so yeah, evidently, Will Smith went on stage and smacked Chris Rock, and there's been a lot of speculation online, and I don't think it's real. I really I'm kind of 50-50 on it. On one hand, you know, Will Smith could have gotten pissed off or something at something else and just lost it and went on stage and smacked Chris Rock. I don't believe it. And let's talk about that part of it. Well, let's focus on this. Maybe was was Will Smith in the right? No, he wasn't. I don't know. It's never happened before. It's never happened on live television, and so Will Smith must have knew. By the way, these are good actors. You know, Will Smith is a good actor. Chris Rock is a good comedian. You know, I don't know what to make out of it. It's so Will Smith went on stage, smacked Chris Rock, and then sat down and started screaming obscenities at him. And he wasn't asked to leave. And TMZ reported that just, I think last night or something, because they were saying that, well, he was asked to leave and he didn't leave. Well, that's not the case anymore. He wasn't asked to leave. He was. There were a lot of people there, and I don't know what to make out of it. I don't know. Uh, maybe it could have been real. Chris Rock has been known to use his wife and his comedy acts a lot. Well, not a lot. I think he used it like one time, and yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate because yeah, they're comedians, and you know they gotta make people laugh and stuff. So, but here's why I think it's fake for. Because Chris Rock said what he said, G.I. Jane Joe, G.I. Jane Joe or something, 2, can't wait to see it, or something like that. And then Chris Rock, or Will Smith got on stage and smacked him. Now, if you take a look at this video, you're going to see Chris Rock doing this. Just as Will Smith was coming in. He does this to him. And that's kind of strange to me. You know, it's kind of like they had it planned out for something. You know, it's might have something to do with tension in Hollywood because that's we're gonna talk about that because we're gonna talk about that next. But yeah, I don't know what to make out of it. And then you see, so Chris Rock does this just as he's getting smacked, but you see Will Smith smiling at the. He was doing that. He smiled as he was smacking him. So I don't know what to make out of it. It's kind of, was it fake, or maybe, just maybe, they had it planned out and it went not the way they thought it would. Maybe Chris Rock didn't know about it. I don't know. Chris Rock kind of looked kind of like out of it afterwards. Kind of looked shocked afterwards. He just, okay, yeah. So yeah. I, on one hand, I think that it was planned. On one hand, I think it was just something stupid that, because people in general tend to do stupid things. I've been accused of it. I don't know if you have, but I don't know what to make out of it. It could have been fake. I don't know why it would be fake. Maybe it's to, because here's how human minds work, and I'm making this up as I go. It's kind of like, well, he just did something stupid, but yeah, let's watch his movie now. It's kind of like that with the news too. You don't like these people on the news or what they're talking about, but you keep watching it, and it might have been something like that. And yeah, I don't know. So moving on, and Jim Carrey, he got out the next day and talked about it a little bit. Yeah, if you do that in real life, if you rush a stage and smack somebody, yeah, you're gonna be drug out by security. You might get criminal charges. And the police, I guess the police were called or something to this, and they asked Chris Rock if he wanted to press charges. No, he said no, and Jim Carrey said something because he was on I forget what news channel, but yeah, he was asked like, why didn't they kick him out? Why didn't Chris Rock press charges? And Jim Carrey said it's because he doesn't want the hassle. And yeah, with when you press charges on somebody, there's a lot of there's a lot that goes into it. It's like court dates. You basically have to go to court and basically tell your side of it. But I don't think that's what they're talking about. I don't think that's what Jim Carrey meant by that. What Jim Carrey meant was he didn't want the hassle from the media, from just his fans, or so. Yeah, he didn't want any of that, and I guess Chris Rock did a show in New York or something, and I guess people were basically saying screw Will Smith or something. So, and Chris Rock said no, no, I'm not hearing that. So yeah, I don't know what to make of it. Never happened before. The Oscars. Never happened on live television before. May have happened on some news channels or something where somebody's live or something, they say something stupid, or it might have happened on live television, but it's never happened at the Oscars. And I don't watch the Oscars too much, but yeah, I think this shocked everybody. I think everybody thought it was a joke because we'll get back to Jim Carrey here in a minute, but yeah, I think everybody thought it was a joke until he started yelling, until Will Smith started yelling at him, and then yeah, then Chris Rock kind of like went into a trance. He's like just shocked about it. So yeah, and I will bring up something else about the Oscars. That's kind of messed up that they did not mention Bob Saget at all. And here's another theory of mine: is Bob Saget was getting a lot of attention from online attention. Did they do this in order to get people to kind of stop talking about that and talk about something else? That's seriously what I think, because ever since this happened a week ago, nobody's talking about Bob Saget anymore. I think like one or two YouTubers got out, and but yeah, nobody's talking about that anymore. Um, you know, but yeah, it's kind of weird that they didn't mention Bob Saget in the memoriam section at all. It's I don't know. It's maybe his family said no. It's it's not something we want. No, don't mention it. That could have happened. I don't know, but it's kind of messed up to me that every year they do celebrities that have passed on. They remember them by mentioning their name at the Oscars, and it's messed up. Yeah. So back to Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey has gotten like, I don't want to say old, but yeah, he's kind of aged. If you notice it, I don't know if when they get on camera and stuff, they got like makeup on, they got their hair done and stuff. But yeah, Jim Carrey. I don't know how old Jim Carrey is. Hey Google, how old is Jim Carrey?
60 years old.
60 years old. So I had to ask my Google assistant. But yeah. So I don't know if and I don't mean that in a bad way. As you get older, it's just kind of weird because I haven't seen Jim Carrey play in any movies or anything like that. It's just kind of weird seeing him older. I think the last movie that I watched of his was Bruce Almighty. He's probably been in other movies ever since. Yeah, he's probably been in other movies ever since then. But yeah, I loved him in Mask, and he seems like a good guy. I mean, you have your own opinions about him, but yeah, he also said that he should have been escorted out by security. Hollywood is basically spineless. Now, I think that's good of Jim Carrey to get out and say that. He said we're not part of the cool club anymore. It's so yeah, I think that was good of Jim Carrey to get out and say that. It's a good reality check for Hollywood and everybody involved that you're not special anymore. You've never been special. And I'll get on these 90 movies, these 90s movies. I'm sorry, my throat's drying up. Anyways, what was I gonna say? But yeah, it's kind of like after this pandemic, they're trying to jumpstart Hollywood, and um, you know what? I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna get something to drink. My throat's starting to dry up. We'll be back. All right. Welcome back. So we were talking about Hollywood. We were talking about jumpstarting Hollywood. So yeah, when's the? So let me ask you something. When's the last time you heard somebody say, "I've got to see this. I've got to that, or I'm going to see this weekend or something." You don't hear it anymore. At least I don't. So yeah, I think they're trying to jumpstart Hollywood, and after this pandemic, everything's going slowly going back to normal. You can have your own thoughts about that. I'm not gonna get into that, but yeah. So yeah, they're trying to jumpstart Hollywood again to get these movies off the ground. I don't think to get these movies off the ground, but yeah, it's kind of weird that all these celebrities are coming out, and you remember during the pandemic how these celebrities were acting weird, and I don't want to say that that's a bad thing or anything. Like, they were sending out tweets, and yeah, a lot of these businesses were too, and yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird, and and you know, I think America needs Hollywood, but people seem to be focused on their own life. It's kind of hard to. Hollywood isn't what it used to be. I've noticed that for not years but months. It's just not what it's used to be, and are people just getting sick of it? No, I don't think so. I think I don't know. It's so. Anyways, yeah, moving on to movies and stuff. Like I was mentioning, Jim Carrey. Yeah, he played in Mask. Played in Bruce Almighty. I think he was in Dumb and Dumber. Dumb and Dumber. I think he was in two of those movies actually, because they came out with two movies. They did one where they went. The first one was like in the '90s. The second one was kind of like going back in time and stuff. I can't think of any zoo. Yeah, I forget what this movie's called. Yeah, but Jim Carrey was in it. He also he's also on Saturday Night Live, like during the presidential debates and stuff. He he was in that. But yeah. Um, what other movies from the '90s, early 2000s? I do watch movies, but only every once in a while. Like the other last week, I just watched The Others. That's where Nicole Kidman and stuff. I watched that. But I don't really watch movies anymore. In fact, I don't even know if like a Blu-ray player is even in style anymore. That's what I have is a Blu-ray player that I watch these movies on. But I don't even know if that's in style anymore. does everybody just like order online or something, or order it off of their TV or something? I don't know. So yeah, it's kind of wrapping this up. What other movies are from the '90s? There's a lot of movies from the '90s. I think Dukes of Hazzard's from the early '90s or something. Dukes of Hazzard may have been. It might have been from the '90s. Might have been from the '80s too. I don't know. So, anyways, ending this off. I don't know what we're talking about next week. We'll just have to wait and see. So yeah. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with Will Smith and Chris Rock came out. I don't know if it was on the news or at a. Sorry, I'm shaking everything. Sorry. I don't know if it was on the news or at one of the shows that he was doing, but he said he'll come out and speak about what happened, and it will be funny. So I don't know. So, anyways, you guys have a good weekend. Please hit that like and subscribe button for. God, I'm really shaking this camera. Please hit that like and subscribe button for future content. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about this. I'm gonna take you guys outside eventually. I just need to wait till the weather's right. The weather, I don't know what is with this weather. It's it's like it's in the 30s, mid 40s, but yeah, I'm kind of waiting for that hot day. Usually it's hot and humid outside, and usually this time of year, but it's April and we're still wearing coats and everything. So yeah, we'll have to wait for the weather to improve. I don't know what we're gonna do outside, but so yeah. So please hit that like and subscribe button for future content, and please, you don't know how much that means. You guys killed it last week with the views. I think I got like 31 views, and usually I get like, on a good week, I get like 15 views. I'm trying to work on that a little bit. So yeah, if you could tell a friend, they're interested in this kind of stuff. Anyways, you guys have a good week this week and stay out of trouble. All right, till next week. Bye bye.